is no longer news that for several months, students in basic and tertiary education subsector in Nigeria have been at home due to the coronavirus pandemic, which has ravaged countries and crippled economies of most nations across the globe. In Nigeria, there have been agitations in some quarters on the need to reopen schools, as nobody is sure when the pandemic will be over, as there is no cure or vaccines yet for the virus. Speaking on this development, the president of the Colleges of Education Academic Staff Union, Mr. Nuhu Ogrima, while making his position known on the issue, pointed out that the institutions of learning in the country are still too unsafe for teaching and learning to take place.
We don't want schools to reopen at the moment until certain things have been put in place. The measures that are required to stem an upsurge of infection, COVID-19 infection, have to be done. Those measures have to be put in place. If they are not put in place, why subject students' lives to danger? Why subject the life of the teachers to danger, and why pollute even the environment itself? We're also concerned about the reopening debate, about especially those that tend to be in support of it, because as we speak, the COVID-19 itself has not been adequately, the issue of the infection itself, even though the containment is appreciable, the measures towards the containment, because from the figures I have seen, it's just about 500. It's not risen beyond that. Comparatively, when we assess this relative to what happened in Europe, or what is happening in Europe, we may beat our chest that our government has been able to, the measures they put in place have been able to contain the spread.
He lamented that students, lecturers, as well as the non-academic staff are not properly insured, and peradventure any eventuality occurs, who bears the brunt.
Have they taken pain to even address their minds towards ensuring the lives of lecturers when you're asking them to resume? What sort of thing is that? You will be subjecting the lives of the learner and the service provider, not only even the lecturers, even others. Because we have even those that are not even in the academics that will also be vulnerable to COVID attack. Among the non-teaching staff, there are among the non-academic staff. We have the cleaners there, we have the administrative staff there. Everybody's lives will be subjected to it because they need to register. They need to do one or two things. There has to be that interaction there. And that is why we are saying, if you must do it, even students' lives are supposed to be insured too, not only that of the lecturers. They do. You insure the lives of students so that people will take care of that.
Ogrima emphasized the need to put adequate mechanisms in place before considering the reopening of any school in the country, even as he said the online mode of learning can work in Nigeria now.
Giving instruction, if they are saying, okay, instruct your students online, we will understand. Because that one is just like they are doing on radio. You go to radio and give instructions. They can't respond to you. But there are facilities that you can use where you have student-lecturer response, like the Zoom conferencing that's been deployed now in addressing boardroom meetings, conferences of unions and all that. Yes, but believe you me, the experience we have had in the use of it is still epileptic. You either have problem with the bandwidth or NEPA. By the time you run out of battery, you now have to wait, no NEPA. Do you have a gen? Do the students even have that? So how do you make that effective? It's still about the infrastructure. It's not there. And the facility, there are requisite facilities for student-lecturer interaction online. We don't have it.
It is yet to be seen how the government will cope with mounting pressure from all quarters for the reopening of schools in the light of poor and obsolete infrastructure in public schools across the country. Lulu Bankong, Prompt TV News, Abuja.